Make the mini studio for chump change. Get a new mic, just rearrange. Bring it on down, bring it on up. Move it on back, bring it up front. Cancels out reflections, to the foam they go. Makes you sound like you're in a pro studio. Mini studio.
So what can the mini studio do for you? Well, here's some examples with and without the mini studio. First, we'll listen to a strummed guitar with the mini studio in place. Now we'll listen to that same strummed guitar with the reflection filter removed. Now the difference isn't dramatic, but the difference is there. Let's listen to it again. First with the filter in place, second without the filter in place. To my ears, the reflection filter adds a little bit of bass and takes away that reflected, echoey type of sound you hear in a semi-live room. Definitely worth the effort, especially for the price. As a final example, we're going to listen to a vocal, first with the reflection filter in place and second without the reflection filter in place. We now have the reflection filter in place. The reflection filter has now been removed. So if you're convinced the mini studio will improve your home studio, let's get started building it. And the first thing we'll do is take a look at the materials that we'll need to build it. The first piece of material is a 3/4 inch thick rigid foam insulation. Comes in a 2x8 sheet, much more than you need, but it's going to be used to support the 3 pieces of 12x12 by 1 inch thick acoustic foam. The acoustic foam will then be glued onto the rigid foam using spray adhesive. Next we have 2 12-inch long pieces of 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch wood. Then we have a single 18-inch long piece of 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch wood. We'll also need a section of 5/8 inch hardwood dowel. For the hardware we'll need 3 1032 machine screws 1 1/4 inch long. But actually any screw that's 1 1/4 inches long will serve this purpose. The final pieces of hardware are 2 1/4 inch wide wing screws 1 1/2 inches long. Of course you'll also need standard woodworking tools, and most importantly you'll need a bench saw or access to someone who has one, because the bench saw or something like it will give us the precision we need for this project. So if you're ready to go, it's time to view the video constructing the mini studio audio reflection filter.